So welcome to everybody. So around 6 months ago, you guys know the way we work as a franchise is Irvin casts a vision for what he sees is best for the Lakers, and the rest of the staff, we go out to implement it, much like when he played for the Lakers and led the fast break. He had the vision, and then the play would unfold. And I remember the day he came to my office about 6 months ago, and he said, you know, in this draft coming up, the Lakers' second-round pick is gone. The Lakers' first-round pick is gone. We had traded them away in deals for players like Steve Nash, the previous front office. But he said this draft is essential for where he sees this Laker team going and where we want this team to go. And so we started at that point working extremely hard to get to a place where we could have a meaningful draft. Jesse Buss and his scouting department work extraordinarily hard. There are multiple trips overseas, and we wanted to be able to strike rich in this draft. As you know, we have a young core that we're incredibly proud of, and being able to add 2 players that you're meeting today to that young core. As you know, we're also significantly involved in another transaction to hopefully, after the moratorium, have another young player. We feel like this is an incredibly proud day. And I'm going to turn it over to Magic now to talk about the 2 fine young men and now Laker players that we're adding to the team, and Mo Wagner and Mykhailiuk. Before I give it to him, I just want to thank a few people that are here. Svi's mom and dad. It's great to have you here with his agent, Michael. Mo's parents had to go back for his brother's game, so they're back in Germany, but his agent, Joe Branch, is here, and we wanted to thank all of them for being in attendance. So I'll pass it over to Irvin now.
Thank you, Rob. Well, this is an exciting day for Laker Nation and our team. We struggled from the three-point line. We struggled from the free throw line, but today is a big upgrade. We set out to get shooters in this draft and guys that could stretch the floor, guys that had high basketball IQ, guys that were competitors and tough-minded. Both of them come from extremely successful programs in college, and they're fundamentally sound because Coach Beeline and Coach Self did a fabulous job of coaching both of these young men. And we felt that when we looked at both of them, they could add to our team what was missing. And we're excited about introducing them today. What was really interesting, we interviewed both of them last year, and they decided to go back into the draft. So we've been monitoring their career all season long this season. We felt both of them got better, got stronger, and when it was time for us to select, it was a no-brainer for us to select both of them. And I think that our players are excited as well to have both of them be Lakers. So we want to thank Jesse Buss and his team, the scouts, for doing an amazing job of listing so many players that Jesse almost had it right how the draft was going to unfold. And so when it was time for us to push the button on both of these players, we felt our team improved with both of them. And so today is an exciting day to introduce both of you two as the 2 newest Lakers, and then it's time to get to work. And so
I think in terms of format, I talked a little bit about each of the guys in the press conference we did the night of the draft, so you guys have the cliff notes on that. But we'd love to open it up for questions about Mo and Svi. Luke's available for questions as well. and then at the end we'll introduce them with their jerseys after we're done with the questions.
Yeah, Jim Hill, CBS 2 and KCAL. Now, first of all, congratulations, young guys, and welcome to Los Angeles. Question for the two gentlemen and for Magic. Magic, do you expect them to come in and have an immediate impact and get immediate playing time? And for the young guys, what do you think your biggest adjustment will be now that you're in the NBA coming from where you did?
I've been that speak for Coach Wharton. He handles the playing time and all of that. So maybe you could talk about that. But I selected them to play.
Well, as you know, Jim, we got we have a young team, so a lot of it will depend on how this summer goes, how we fill out our roster, and then we're big on competition here. We love these 2 draft picks. The great thing of working with Jesse and Magic and Rob, we believe in the same type of players. We value the same things: versatility, skill, intelligence. We feel like we got that with these guys, so they fit what we're doing. As far as playing time is concerned, that's earned. That's earned in the preseason. That's earned in the way you work. That's earned in the way you play with your teammates. So that'll be determined when the season comes around.
I think he wanted both of you guys to talk about it.
As you were talking about adjustment, I would say just figure out my routine, like our routine, how to be a pro, and just figure out our lifestyle.
I think the biggest adjustment will be transitioning from college basketball. That's 82 games. It's a huge difference. And even though you do a good job in college with that, it's a whole nother load to carry and take care of your body and all that stuff. So it's something I'm very excited for.
Hey, guys. Question for Mo and Svi. Just wondering, since Thursday, what have you thought about it? What have you learned about the organization? What have you thought about where you want to focus? And how have these last 4 or 5 days gone for you?
I think both of us knew a lot about Lakers. It's a great franchise with a great history, with a great traditions. And, just being here is really an honor for us, being a part of the Lakers, especially being part of the NBA. And also just got here, spent here 2 days, and just trying to figure out everything around.
Yeah, I kind of used Friday and the weekend to calm down a little bit. You kind of cloud 9 after Thursday, and then I get ready to go to work on Monday. You're a professional now, and you're not going to school anymore. So you got to get ready to invest everything you have into this job. So that's kind of what I've been doing the last couple days.
Hi, this is Sabina with ARD German Radio. One question to Mo. There's other German players in the NBA. Is there anyone that you look up to, anyone that you think you can learn from the most or that you have learned from? And then a question to Magic. You have your eye on another German. His name is Isaac Bonga. He's not here today. I understand.
We can't talk about, so don't ask me a question.
Okay. Well, just maybe just then specifically to Mo, when did he first catch your eye? When did you first notice him and think this could be someone who might be a good pick for the Lakers?
Well, please don't let me talk about this Wolverine too many times. I'm a Spartan and everything. But he caught my eye really last year before this season. We watched him and we had talked to him. He was trying to make a decision whether to turn pro then and decided to go back to school. So with him playing in the Big Ten, and of course me playing in the Big Ten, we're rivals. I watched him so many times. But what I loved about him was he got better as the season went along. And then he showed up big time in the NCAA tournament. Actually, both guys did. I got a chance to watch them play live, but also just the way he competed, the way he showed emotions on the court, the way he was talking to his teammates. And then he was able to score the basketball inside and outside and run the court. So the things that we need for our team with the Lakers, he can provide. But we're excited to have him. And what I love about him, he's really an intelligent basketball player.
I'll add a little bit to that. Magic likes 5 a.m. phone calls after games.
You're not supposed to tell anybody.
So I'll get a call sometimes. He'll be watching games late into the night, 5 in the morning. And I remember when Svi was playing in the tournament and they were playing against Duke and he was guarding their other team's best player. And at 5 in the morning, he called and said, you know, that showed me a lot about him, his toughness, his mentality. As Luke was talking about, we have some core principles of how we want to build this team. And it's guys that are tough, guys that have high basketball IQ, that love the game, that love to compete, that can shoot, that are skilled. And, you know, he saw that in that game with Svi, and our scouting department saw that as well. And then with Mo, I think once he got over the Wolverine hump, it was really 2 years. As Magic pointed out, we got a chance to see him play at the Chicago Combine last draft process, and just noticed his footwork, his attention to detail, his skill for the game. And then throughout the year, when we were having meeting with our scouting department, the constant theme around Mo was just the spirit and energy he played with. He would raise the level of the whole team because he talks to his teammates. He's energized. When he came in to do his 3-on-3 workout right over here, both times the level of competition in the building raised just because of his energy, and that was something that all of us were attracted to as well.
I think she wanted you to answer.
It was about the German players in the league, right? Yeah, I mean, basketball is growing. Its popularity is growing in the last decade in Germany, and I'm very proud to be part of this new wave of German basketball players coming into the league. Makes me very proud to be part of, and yeah, there are a lot of incredible players. Obviously, Dirk is leading us a little bit, and that I look up to. Daniel Tice in Boston is doing a phenomenal job this year. Maxi Kleber, Paul Zipser. We have a lot of names in the league, so I'm very proud to be part of that movement.
Mo Youngsuk, ESPN. Was wondering about. Luke said during your interview process in Chicago, you kind of were electric in the room. The Lakers always say they look for certain characteristics and traits in their players. Was wondering what you remember about the interview process with the Lakers that might have been different from what other teams were asking you. And for Magic, I was wondering what you also remember from that interview in Chicago about him. What stood out about him that was different than others?
I think it was pretty chill, to be honest. I mean, when you talk about interviews at the Combine, you always get the sense of, okay, you dress nice, it's all tightened up, you got to be your best. But I feel like even though Magic was sitting in a room, Luke Walton, Rob Pelinka, like there was a very chill atmosphere in there, and I could just be myself. And yeah, we were just talking hoops and just basketball players talking basketball. So it was a pretty cool feeling.
Well, for me, it was just that the confidence that he displayed in his talent. Also, he broke down our team, so he knew our players, and also what he could add to the Lakers. I thought that was really important. Both of these guys, like Luke and myself and Rob, they're gym rats, and that's what we were looking for, guys who love to play the game, work at the game, and so Mo was able to not only tell me that, but show me that at the same time. And so I've always been intrigued with him, and this is really good that we got him in the purple and gold and got both of these guys, because stretching the floor is going to be very important for our team. It would create a lot of driving lanes for Zoe and B.I. and Josh. I mean, all of them, be able to see lanes that they didn't see last season. And to add them with what Kuz can do from the outside is going to be great.
Nick Hamilton, LaVox. Right. This question is for Mo. Obviously, there was some excitement from other current players like Kyle Kuzma when you guys got drafted. How well does that help you as far as the adjustment process going from Michigan and then getting into the Laker organization?
Yeah, I think getting to know your new teammates is one of the most exciting things about this process. And if you have the feeling that that feeling is mutual, it gives you a feeling of relaxation. Like you go into this process a lot more chill, focus on the important things like playing basketball and get better, and it makes everything a lot more easier. So it's obviously very exciting.
This question is for the players. This team switched a lot on defense last year. How comfortable do both of you feel in that type of system?
I mean, talking myself, I think I've been playing Kansas like from 1 to 4 on defense like the last 2 years because we had a lot of good guards and kind of short and big. So I had to switch a lot. So for me, this adjustment gonna be pretty easy because I used to play a lot.
We didn't do it a lot in Michigan, but I think it's something I've been working on the last couple of months since I know that's the way the league is evolving, and a lot more teams are doing that, a lot more teams that are successful, and you got to do that if you want to survive in this league. So I've been working on that a lot in the last couple of months, and I'm very excited to, take up on that challenge.
Hi, right here. My name is Claudia Gestra with PAS TV. This is for Mo. You could be in front of the court with Julius Randle, Kuzma, Ingram. What are your thoughts about sharing the floor with them?
Sharing the floor and facilities and just being on a team with such great players is an amazing thing for me. I mean, being around great players, being able to learn from more experienced players is something that I've been enjoying for my entire career. So regardless who it is, I think everyone in this building is just kind of striving for excellence, and I'm very excited to join them.
This is Tanya Ganguly with the LA Times. For both of you, Svi and Mo, why was coming to the U.S. and playing college basketball here the right decision for each of you?
As for me, I think I was thinking about taking a new challenge because I've been playing Europe for a long time, and then I think one time I saw a college game on TV back home, and I thought it was fun, and also I was trying to go to NBA, and I think for me, it's gonna be better to go through college and then NBA, and then choose Kansas, one of the greatest schools, and I think it was a great choice for me.
I mean, like Svi already said, my goal was to play in the NBA, so I'm happy that worked out. And I was kind of under the radar in Europe, so I had to find a way to play on the radar. And Michigan was a great opportunity for me. And at the same time, I wanted to do something new, experience a new culture, and do all the things off the court that are very important when you go to college. So I'm very happy I made that choice.
For Svi and Mo, have you met any of your new teammates yet? And if so, what have they told you?
Yeah, we just told Kuz, we just told Josh Hart, so that's the ones we met so far, and pretty good guys, great guys, welcomed us pretty well, and I think we're gonna go along.
Yeah, I met Josh Hart because of the whole Villanova, Michigan thing previously a little bit, talked some stuff there. I know Kuz because he's from Michigan. We met Lonzo yesterday, so everyone is welcoming us with open arms, and I'm very excited to join the team.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley Brewer with ABC. Now that you're entering the NBA, you get to play against some of the best players in the world. Who are you most excited to face?
Man, we're gonna face a lot of great players, and every game gonna be different. Superstar, and literally just waiting to play each of them and just especially learn from them on the court.
I wouldn't point out one particular player, but I think playing against my former teammates, I think it's going to be the most fun. Karis LeVert, DJ Wilson, all these guys from Michigan. That's something I'm very excited about.
Yeah, this question is for Irvin. How, beyond this draft, how important is it for the organization to add significantly to the roster in the next several weeks?
Well, we're excited about, free agency, and we've often said this. We know we have 2 summers to deal with, and we'll see what happens this summer. And if we don't sign who we think we can sign, we'll turn our attention to next summer. I mean, so we have the cap space and the flexibility, and we created that. And we're looking forward to Sunday, but again, we're not putting all our marbles into one summer. So we understand that we have 2 summers to add to what we're building here. I'm gonna stay disciplined. I'm gonna stay focused. I told you before, this is not going to get turned around overnight. We're building something. We want sustainability. And so Jeannie is 100% behind us and our strategy. We've been having unbelievable strategy meetings every single day. Rob and I have been going over 100 scenarios and also players. And we will continue to just build the strategy up until this weekend, and then we'll see what happens. And so we're excited, but at the same time, we're going to stay disciplined. Nothing has changed.
How much pressure do you feel personally?
No pressure on me. I mean, I'm gonna do my job. I've always done that. Look, I've been playing in, you know how many finals I've been in? So you think I'm worried about this? I played against Larry Bird in the finals. I mean, come on, man. I've been in 9 finals. You know, I've been in college NCAA championship, you know. I'm Magic Johnson. I'm still the same dude. I'm not going to change. There's no pressure on me. I'm going to do my job. That's what I do. I do my job. I'm excited. It's fun. I'm looking forward to it, Bill. Jim, I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's go. Let's keep it going.
Brigham Harris, with NBC4. For Mo and Svi, a lot of rookies come into the league and they find a player with the franchise that they've been signed onto, and they find a player that has a similar playing style. Do you have any current Lakers or former Lakers that you have a similar playing style to that you'd like to mentor underneath?
Give me a second here.
I answer that. I don't think so. I think that we've never had a stretch 5 or 4. I don't see somebody who could step out and shoot. You know, I think our previous center had Brooke had some of that as well. He could shoot from the outside, but he's not as fast as Mo is on the break. I think Mo is a little bit better passer, but I think probably in that respect they're probably similar. But I think this is the reason why we selected both of these guys, because we were missing people that could really stretch the floor besides Kuz. I think Kuz has been a guy who did that for us last season, but we needed more people that could do that. So we're excited about both guys. Kuz, quit making all that noise over there, man. I just talked about you.
There's a report, I think, this morning, I think it was the Rockets, had talked about potentially flip-flopping the draft and free agency.
What you said.
There's a report this morning, I think that it was the Rockets had proposed perhaps like flip-flopping free agency in the draft. Would that make this process easier for you guys in terms of trying to figure out what you need, you know, who you need to set your roster through free agency and trades, and then go ahead and draft guys, you know, from college or overseas?
You know, that's a topic that has been discussed. Clearly, it's something that would be at the committee meetings and in collective bargaining. I think one interesting point about it is free agency is an unknown because the players are making the decisions. The draft is a known because the teams make the choices. So one school of thought is does it make sense for the known to happen first? Like you draft your players, you know who you get, and then you go into the second thing. But I think what's great about the committee is all of these things are being discussed. The way Adam Silver runs the league is he's always open-minded to hearing everyone's vantage point, and the team that manages these decisions is very thoughtful. But it is an interesting proposal that the Rockets sort of brought to the table, and I think it's something that will continue to be thought through, and I'm sure it'll land on the best place.
Had a question for Rob, and just going back to your days as a player agent, how things have evolved over these years now to what the players are doing during the summer. And I just wondered what you saw that was effective for your players that you can try to bring here now and to get these guys going as quickly as possible.
You know, I said the other night, one of the things that we are incredibly excited about, and Kyle's standing back there, I saw Josh this morning, this building has been on fire in terms of the energy and the work that's going on in here. You know, Luke and his staff, Miles Simon, Brian Keefe, Jesse Murmas, all the coaches, Brian Shaw, have been around to develop these guys. And that's something I think if you look back maybe 4 or 5 years, it wasn't as big of a focus here. And the pictures tell a story. You guys have probably seen the Instagram photos of, Zoe with, his new kind of ripped and shredded body. Kuz has gotten in elite shape. Josh Hart is in the weight room out working everybody. I know BI is on the same page. That energy is so contagious because it really presents for us sort of like a new philosophy, a new DNA here. And it drives how we all function up there. Because to Magic's earlier point, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but what we can control is our commitment to hard work and excellence. And what we're doing upstairs, when that mirrors what the players are doing down here, success will come. And I think, Mike, to your point, players are paying way more attention to development in the offseason. Kobe used to always say, the offseason is when I build myself and when I build my game. And one of the things we focused on in the draft, and I think Mo and Svi both reflect this, is we're going to get high-character guys that love to work. Whether it's in free agency or in the draft or through trades, that's just a hallmark that we're going to look at. And I know both these guys are probably itching to stay here after this press conference to get at it. But that trait is on fire in our organization right now, and we're all really proud of it.
If I may, another question from ARD German Radio to Magic and Rob. I think Europeans sometimes don't quite understand how the NBA and the teams work. The team's not ready yet. How sure are you? Players are shifted around sometimes. How sure are you that Mo and is still going to be here at the end of the summer?
He better be here.
Where else would I be?
Well, I think Bill said pressure on me. Pressure is on them. We won the Summer League last year, and we expected these two to duplicate what we did last summer. Look, they're very these two guys are very talented. And again, we're missing what they can do very well, which is shoot that ball from the outside. And guys know that they have to close them out, or it's a 50% chance it's going to go in from that three-point line. And then last but not least, both of them can pass the basketball extremely well. They are the players that we wanted, right? You got guys that can bring something different. We don't want Mo to change his passion and talking. Matter of fact, we got all quiet guys. And so he's going to change some of that in the locker room. He's going to change that at practice. He's going to change it when we play games. And I think that Speed's going to do the same thing with his ability to just shoot that basketball. Also, he's good off the bounce, too, and so he can put it on the floor, and both of them can do that. But we're excited about both of them. We didn't draft them to bring them here, then cut them. Then I'll look crazy, right? Then Bill really would attack me then. Like, Magic don't know what he talking about. Bill would be like, Magic don't know what he's doing. No, I'm just messing with you, my friend. But we're excited about both of them. They should be, hopefully, Lakers for a long time. You know, you and Jim, Bill, you my guys. You the old school guys like I am, right?
So what we're going to do now is we're going to have the guys hold up their jerseys so you guys can take some pictures. But this is the official introduction of Mo Wagner and Svi Mykhailiuk. Thank you. I'm going to slide Magic's chair.
And gentlemen to your left, please.